Name of Allah, the most merciful and the most beneficial. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Danish Azad and my group member is Sayyid Hamabi Hassan. Today we are going to discuss or to present the core technology lab project, that is characterization and clinic potential of Miyawali 7C raw coal. So first of all, we go through the contents that includes introduction, problem statement, objectives, literature review, methodology, results and discussions, conclusions and recommendations, and at the end references. So let's start with the introduction. So what is coal? Coal is a chemically or physically heterogeneous, combustible and sedimentary rock that consists of both organic and inorganic materials. Organically, coal consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and small amount of sulfur and nitrogen, while inorganically coal consists of a diverse range of pyrite, calcite and quartz and clay material that are uniformly distributed throughout the coal. Basically, coal is the largest fossil fuel in the world. Next, we have coal reserves in Pakistan. Pakistan holds 3,377 million tons of coal reserves as of 2016 and ranking 20th in the world and contributing about 0.30% of the total world reserves, that are 11,39,471 million tons. Next, Pakistan has proven reserves equivalent to 331.1 times the total, the 331.1 of times of its total consumption. This means that Pakistan has 331 years left for the coal consumption as per today. Next, coal consumption in Pakistan. Pakistan consumes 10.2 million tons of coal per year. Pakistan ranks 38 in the world according to its consumption and contribute about 0.9% of the total world's consumption. And then Pakistan consumes 50,089 cubic feet of coal per capita per year as of 2016, when population is about 203.6 million, and 137 cubic feet of coal per day. And next we have the problem statement, that is the coal that is originated from the Miyawali is of subbituminous range, that is of not good quality and includes ash and sulfur. Both are the impurities and also exhibiting different impurities into it. Sulfur also renders the boiler's condition and also reduces the efficiency of the boiler. So that can be minimized. That can be minimized through coal processing for optimization of the industrial use. And next we have the objectives. First one is the characterization of the cleaning potential of the coal, and next is the evaluation of different techniques, separation techniques for the beneficiation of coal. Next we have production of the excellent quality and environmental friendly coal for industrial use. Next we have the literature review. So literature review. The coal mine consists of the both organic and inorganic material. Inorganically, coal consists of shale, rock and clay, while organically coal consists of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. In Pakistan, there are low reserves of coal in Pakistan. In Pakistan, bulk of the coal is mined in about 98% is mined in Sindh province, and the coal lies from lignite to high volatile bituminous range in Pakistan. In Pakistan, then owing to the present energy crisis, the in the world and particularly in Pakistan, the government and the power generation sectors have shown keen interest in the cleaning and the characterization of the coal for its utilization in the power generations, cement and other industries. Then to make it useful in industries, the coal need to be characterized by different analysis. Next, we have the coal preparation. Coal preparation is a key to realization of a clean coal technology. Coal preparation is a process where a mined coal is cleaned by using physical and chemical processes with or without using chemical reagents to get a product which could be sold in market and is an environmental friendly product. Next, we have the proximate analysis. That approximate means first or immediate process, and this test forms the basis of the coal characterization and utilization. The proximate analysis is performed on a crushed coal of nominal size about 0.212 millimeter and for a steam standards of about 0.250 millimeter. The approximate analysis is done through the following four processes: moisture percentage, ash percentage, and then fixed carbon, and then we have volatile matter percentage. The fixed carbon is calculated by the difference of ash percentage, moisture percentage, and the volatile matter percentage. And next we have the sulfur analysis. Primary sulfur, as that is originated from sea level fresh water and vegetation of different materials. Secondary sulfur can be introduced during syngenetic and epigenetic, and after epigenetic coal formation by groundwater, which is probably remobilizing the sulfur that originated in the seawater. Next we have washability analysis. Washability is a coal cleaning terminology to designate amenability of a coal to gravity concentrations. It is determined by sink float separation testing. This test is performed by placing a sample of coal in progressively higher density, heavier specific gravity baths, and the material that floats will be scooped out. This test shows how the quality and the weight of the coal varies as the specific gravity changes. Washability test results are analyzed graphically and in tabular form. Alternating methods of speeding up the process depend on the use of the centrifuge. Then we have the release analysis. The first release analysis was done by C.C. Dell and is known as timed release analysis. In this process, time is used to separate a sample into fractions of varying floatability, and coal washability process works for only coarse particles. For fine particles, froth flotation process is used.
Assalamualaikum. Today I am here for the presentation of Coal Technology Lab project, and my project is actually the characterization and evaluation of coal potential of Myanmar coal, which is actually 7C rock. And my advisor is Dr. Muhammad Shahzad and my member is me, Sayyid Hamad Hassan, and my member is Muhammad Danish Shahzad, which I presented before. So let's move towards my topic, which is methodology. And methodology actually is a series of procedures which have been carried out to conduct experiments in the lab. And the coal preparation is actually the first experiment for coal sampling flow sheet as shown here. So after the procurement of coal, the riffling was done, and the coal was divided in 7.7 and 2.6 kg, and then mixing. After that, the road pressing for side direction up to 2 millimeters, and after that, the sieving and mixing again with the same procedure. And one of the fraction was sent to disc mill for 0.85 millimeters, and after that the 100% passing from 0.84 millimeters sieve was sent to the disc mill for 0.212 microns and 0.212 micrometers, which is actually the 212 microns, and sieving for 250 microns, 100% passing, and the rotary sampling was done afterwards to get a sample of around 60 gram of coal. So this was actually the identical sample, or it was actually sample for conducting all the tests. After the sampling, these are the columns analysis section: approximate sulfur, release analysis, and washability analysis. Approximate analysis consists of moisture, ash, volatile matter, and total carbon percentages. This experiment has been conducted in the laboratory furnace, electrical furnace, at the temperatures of 700 degrees Celsius and the volatile matter at 900 degrees Celsius. So these experiments were conducted in the crucibles. Known weight of coal was used, and it was then put in the furnace for some time, and after that the weight was weighed again. Sulfur analysis was done by actually burning the filter paper in the furnace at the last. The SM method is very long. And then the release analysis, which is actually done by using collector and frothers, and it is actually the flotation and the concentration of concentrated coal separated from the tailings. It has been done on the smallest size fraction of minus 0.5 millimeters. And the washability analysis, it has been done on two fractions of minus 6.35 times, minus 1.0 millimeters. The washability analysis has been done for characterization of coal for acidic cyclone. So let's move to the next discussion. This is actually the washability curves which has been obtained after the experimentation, and here you can see the float ash curve is of blue, and the orange one is zinc ash curve, and then the specific gravity curve is over here, the gray one, and cumulative mass is actually this is the yellow curve. So these are two curves for the different size fractions, and actually the coinciding of the float ash and zinc ash shows that the ash content is very high and it is very difficult to remove by using cyclone. So let's move towards the mirror curve, and this is between the average ash and cumulative yield or cumulative mass. So here you can see the trend is somewhere upward, and then it becomes constant in the middle, and then there is projection again. After that, the washability number and degree of washing, which is actually the washability number for a specific on a specific gravity. So here you can see at a specific gravity the curve goes upward for the minus 1 millimeters, and the curve is somehow showing downtrend for the minus 6.35, and then it's constant between 1.45 to 1.8, and almost similar in this graph, and after that the trend is going downwards for 1.8 float, and similar for the other fraction. After that, the index of washability is actually the recovery of non-ash coal and the recovery of ash coal. So here we can see in the both curves of the both size fractions of the size fraction, the recovery of non-ash coal is very high as compared to the recovery of ash coal, which is very low. And here you can see both of the trends; these are almost similar. So let's move toward the next near gravity material index. So near gravity material index trends are similar for index of washability trends, and these are similar. Like you can see, the recovery of non-ash coal is very high, and recovery of ash coal is very less as comparatively to the recovery of non-ash coal. After that, the degree of washing. Degree of washing actually the degree of separation or degree of application of the technique or cyclone applied to purify the coal for industrial purposes or industrial consumption. So here we can see the trend between the cumulative recovery of ash and cumulative mass. So the trend goes upward, and it is somewhere constant in the middle, and then there is a projection at last. So it is similar for the other size fraction. After the yield curve, so yield curves are actually get from release analysis of minus 0.15 millimeters. The size fraction is only 1, but there are two curves. One is yield ash, and the other is yield sulfur curve. Yield ash is actually, you can see the ash content gathered from the experiments, or sulfur content gathered from these experiments. So as you can see, the trend is somewhere going upward with the increase in the cumulative mass. So let's move towards the combustible recovery curves for ash. So as you can see, this is the yield ash curve as combustible curve, and then this is the ash product curve between product ash and combustible recovery. So the trend is somehow abrupt, and after that the ash reduction curve, the how much quantity of ash is rejected from the experimentation. After that, these are the sulfur curves for the same product sulfur and combustible recovery. So this trend is not constant also, and you can see the sulfur reaction somehow will increase, and sulfur reaction will increase with the combustible recovery. After that, let's move towards conclusion and recommendation of our project. As you can see, we have carried out experiment of washability, release analysis, and all the fraction. First of all, we had to do data balancing for removing any errors, and after that, the proximate analysis gives the values of ash, moisture, volatile, and total carbon, and it provided these values provided the general credit for processing, and after that, it provides the basis for washability and release experiment. And also the washability trends are in general, but the cleaning of coal is difficult due to higher ash content, which I have told you in the class. And release analysis gives the cleanability of fine coal, so it has been done on minus 1.5 millimeters fraction. After that, these are the reference for the authenticity of our lab project. You can see book and this book. So that's all. Thank you so much. And in case